Yo, 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 what up, y'all? It's your boy Fro, and today I'm going to be talking about the 1995 film Nick of Time, starring Johnny Depp, Charles S. Dutton, and Christopher Walken. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. Now, I think Johnny Depp puts in a great performance here in what I think is one of his more underappreciated works. And he plays a desperate father named Gene who gets caught up in a very scary situation while he's traveling with his daughter Lynn. They're eventually approached by two strangers, Mr. Smith, played by a very threatening and very creepy Christopher Walken, and one of my favorite performances from him, and a lady named Miss Jones that he has by his side. They eventually corner Gene and they try to force him to assassinate the governor, who's soon to arrive at the train station that they're at. Gene is zigzagging back and forth between the station trying to get himself out the situation. He eventually stumbles upon a disabled veteran named Huey, who's a shoe shiner, played by one of my favorite actors, Charles S. Dutton. Now, from what I remember, he's not completely deaf, but he is impaired in the ear. And he's able to trick Mr. Smith along with Gene, who pops up on them to test the waters while Gene is spilling the beans to Huey. And Mr. Smith leaves believing that he's completely deaf, from what I remember. And Huey eventually gives in and says, all right, this is some shit you got yourself into, and I'll help you out. Huey even has a fake leg, from what I remember, that comes into play near the finale. Gloria Rubin also pops up, who I've worked with on the VH1 show The Breaks. Very nice lady. Here she plays a campaign assistant named Krista, who's working closely with the governor, but eventually she comes across Gene, who tells her what's going on, and she does believe him, but before she can do anything further, she gets shot and killed by Mr. Smith. Another thing that I really like about the movie is how every time Gene turns a corner, Mr. Smith is right there. Gene is going into an elevator in the train station. They're going up, and it looks like Gene is about to spill the beans to the governor. That's when they push the button and Mr. Smith pops up right there. And I love how he's like a hawk or like a boogeyman. And he really invokes that creepy feeling of being watched 24/7 under surveillance. I've always had mixed feelings about the character of Miss Jones, played by Roma Mafia. I think Roma does a good job with her portrayal, especially with the scenes where Miss Jones is alone with the daughter Lynn in the van and she's pretending to be nice to her, but she has a gun right by her side, ready to kill her at any second if the deal goes wrong. But when it comes to the two antagonists here, I feel like Christopher Walken easily dominates it. Like, it's not even a competition. We come to find out that the governor's husband was in on the plan all along, in a pretty decent twist. At the finale, we have a shootout that leaves the governor's husband dead, and there's a scuffle between Gene and Mr. Smith. Gene has the pistol. He's able to shoot Mr. Smith in the stomach, and before Smith goes down, he says something along the lines of to Gene, "You're a killer. You're a killer now." I always found that line to be creepy, but there's an even ickier line earlier in the film where Smith tells Gene, "We're going to make gravy out of your little girl." And I remember that being just one of the creepiest line deliveries out of any film. But overall, I think Nick of Time is very fast-paced. It's a harmless watch, a 90s action thriller. Is it an Oscar-winning film? Absolutely not. But this is a pretty fun movie to watch when you either have nothing to do, you want a fun action popcorn flick, or if you're a Johnny Depp fan. I think you should check this one out if you haven't already. I'm going to give Nick of Time an 8 out of 10. And that's it, y'all. It's your boy Fro. Have you seen this one? What did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. In the meantime, between time, I'm on to the next review. Check out my Patreon in my description box. Hit that like and subscribe, all that jazz. It helps out your boy's channel. And I'm out. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.